Cleveland in the opportunity to take it away. Powered back up court goes now Shepard. Shepard now goes to Freeman. He'll get in the dogfight. Freeman to the house. No good. Should have been a foul call. They didn't. And there's a technical foul called on Coach Denny Medlin. Are you kidding me? What in the world did Denny Medlin do? I cannot believe what I'm seeing high above the rafters. They have called a technical on Coach Denny Medlin. I don't know what in the world he done wrong. Then they called a out of bounds ball against Clayton when it should have been blatantly against Cleveland, and gave the ball back to Cleveland. And now we have a shot made by Gaffer. Coach Medlin is furious, saying, what did I do wrong? One more technical and he can get parked or get benched for the game. This has really just become insane here in Clayton. In Cleveland. Medlin is just, I don't know. I don't agree with the call. I really don't. I just don't agree with it. I don't know what in the world happened there. I don't know how you can call a technical on a coach when I didn't see him really do anything. And now he tries to exert himself and calm down and get his players back in the game here because this game is still not over. There is a 9-point lead as Cleveland just scored their first technical foul by Gaffer. There's another one that remains. 63-54, 2:20 remaining in regulation. There is another free throw shot remaining on a technical foul against Coach Denny Medlin of Clayton for number 5, Walter Gaffer, and he will now shoot that second one. And Coach Adrian Rowland and assistants, Coach Medlin to sit down on the bench, cool off. I really don't know what the tech was called for. Gaffer, nonetheless, his second technical shot at the free throw line goes in, and he'll nail it. It's now an 8-point game. Clayton leading by 8, 2:20 remaining in regulation. Craziness here in the fourth period, things that I might not say that I agree with, but I don't wear the zebra stripes. Back up court. Robinson puts it in play to Matthews. Matthews to Robinson, looking inside to Smith. Back under pressure is Shepard to Freeman. And Sanders, and they're going to go for a shot. Basket up, and it's no good. Freeman on the rebound for the Comets. B.J. Freeman. Freeman with the ball. Back to Jaquan Ross. Back to Rush. 2 minutes remaining in regulation in Cleveland. Whistle and a foul. Got a foul on number 5, Walter Gaffer. Foul on Gaffer. 2-shot foul coming up for Mason Rush. He'll shoot 2. Getting loud in Cleveland. He'll nail his first. What a game here. Mason Rush makes his first free throw. Second one coming up. He'll nail that one as well. Make it a 10-point lead for the Comets again. Under 2 minutes remaining down the stretch. Matthews going for a 2 on his own. Basket up and no good. Rebound. Give it back to Sanders in 20. Sanders back to Rush. Looking for Freeman. Freeman will power on his way to the basket on his own and 2, and it's good. 12-point lead now. Clayton trying to take this to the house. Final 90 seconds for Denny Medlin and Comets bringing it on home for supper. In and out at the rim, and it's no good. The whistle and a foul. Foul on number 2, Jaquan Ross for the Comets, and number 33, Trey Fields for the Rams will shoot 2 at the line. Denny Medlin and the Varsity men Comets looking to wrap this up on the road to go to 13-2 on the year. 2-0 in the Greater News 3A, bringing it on home for supper and bringing it back to Clayton as they host the East Wake Warriors for a shot at the number 1 seed in the Greater News 3A Friday night against the Warriors of East Lake High School. We will have those games for the men and the women on CRN. Final 90 seconds of play. 67-56. Rush with the ball. Two-man pressure. Fakes it. Sets it up to Shepard. Looking for Shepard. Now back to Freeman. Freeman goes to Ross. Ross is there. Three men. Throws it over there to Sanders. Sanders now gets it back to Rush. And there's a foul. Slap foul on number 3. Slapping the head of Rush is Robinson. And they're going to bring now Rush to the line, and he will shoot 2. About to say those referees had to call that one. They had to have. Rush. First shot. Nails it at the free throw line. It's good. So Clayton trying to put in that final dagger in the proverbial coffin here tonight against the Cleveland Rams to go to 2-0 in the Greater News 3A. To Fields with the ball back inbounds. Rush makes both free throw shots, 69-56. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a fight for the ball. Rush comes out of the dog pile with it, and 1 minute remaining in regulation. And they are slamming each other all over the floor. There's fouls. Who are they going to call it on here? I think it's on number 3. Foul is on number 3 for the Rams, Austin Robinson. And guess who's back to the free throw line again? Mr. Free Throw, Mason Rush. And the Comet crazies behind me are yelling scoreboard. Look at the scoreboard. Look at the scoreboard. Under a minute remaining. 1 minute remaining here in regulation. Clayton trying to pull this upset rival conference win over Cleveland here at Cleveland. They will meet the Rams at Clayton later on in the year. Whistle and a foul. 14-point lead as they were ready to bring this to the house. Foul on number 1. That's going to be against Mason Rush, or actually against Zach Matthews. Foul on number 1 for Cleveland and Matthews, and this will bring number 4 of Elijah Shepard. 5'10" point guard senior to the line, and he'll shoot 2. Another point made. 15 points now. When it's all said and done, this game, with some craziness in the fourth, is going to go to Clayton. Clayton will pick up a win here. The varsity men and women doing a phenomenal job this season in basketball. And they have the opportunity to go to the number 1 spot in the Greater News 3A against East Wake as Freeman's with the ball. Two-man pressure, trying to carry it to the rim. He's fouled. He is fouled, and it looks like he's limping there for a minute. He's all right. He's going to go to the line. He'll shoot 2. Cleveland will meet Clayton again later on in the year. But for the Clayton Comets, they are still going to be undefeated in the Greater News 3A Conference at 2-0. They're going to go to 13-2 in the year. For the Cleveland Rams, and let's by some chance a miracle happens here in T-minus 28 seconds. They're going to go to 10-6 in the year and 0-2 in the conference. (72-56). Final 30 seconds remaining of the half. As Matthews fakes for a 3. No good. Rebound. Clayton. In the game is 33, Jamal Johnson. Setting it up as Johnson, and he will whistle and foul. I think it's going to be against 33 and 33. So Johnson will foul Fields, and Fields will go to the line and shoot 2. And the crowd of the Comet Hard Hats begin to sing the great song by Steam in the 70s. Na 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 na, hey hey goodbye. 72-56, the score. Right now, we're ready to bring this one on home for supper for Denny Medlin and the Comets. 2-0 in the Greater News 3A. 13-2 in the season. They got a game against East Wake. They've got the Martin Luther King basketball tournament in Garner on Saturday. And for the Comets, last shot made. Johnson going for an attempt. There's a whistle and foul. And Johnson will be fouled. Foul on number 5, a Gaffer, Walter Gaffer, a good, strong player for the Rams. And number 33, a new player in our roster and our broadcast coverage, Jamal Johnson. Jamal Johnson, 6'1", power forward junior, will go to the line and he will shoot 2. First shot is up. He'll miss it. It doesn't matter. 3.9 seconds. Get ready to put this one to the home stretch. Get ready to cross the finish line. 2-0 in the Greater News 3A for the Comets on the road. And they are such a great team on the road. Final opportunity by Robinson to Gaffer. Doesn't matter. Game is over. Comets win. Comets win. Comets win. 73-56, the final score. As I reiterated again in closing, Comets are going to go to 13-2 on the year. They're going to go to 2-0 in the Greater News 3A Conference. They're going to prepare for the number 1 seed spot against East Wake Warriors back at home on Friday. We'll have it for you on CRN, along with yours truly and Daniel Moore. The Cleveland Rams, a big loss tonight, will still go to 0-2 in the Greater News 3A, 2 conference losses. They will now move to 10-6 overall in the season. And when it's all said and done, a great, great matchup. They'll meet each other at Clayton later on in the year for another shot in the conference matchup. 73-56 is the final score. So that is going to do it for our coverage tonight from Cleveland. We are not going to have a very extensive, long post-game show like we normally do, but I do want to thank the great folks at Gen 3 Performance Imaging, the official apparel of the Community Radio Network, for, as always, doing our post-game. But a quick post-game wrap-up. Great game. Saw some things in the fourth period that I really didn't care for. I don't understand why the referees called a technical on Coach Denny Medlin. And then, of course, just a blatant regard of a ball going out of bounds. Last touch by Cleveland, and they said Clayton touched it and gave it back to Cleveland. But anyhow, whatever happens, it's in the end. It was in the players' hands. They took it to the house. They put it on the win column, and they moved to 2-0 in the Greater News 3A. The Varsity Comet men and women have a chance to go to the number 1 seed in the Greater News 3A, playing the East Wake Warriors that are both at number 1 for the men and women on Friday. We will have it for you on the Community Radio Network. For executive producer Trace Knight, for Brandon White, Daniel Moore, I'm Wesley Outland. Good night. God bless. As always, be Comets all in. The Comets win big, men and women, here in Cleveland. You've been tuned in to Comets basketball on CRN, the Community Radio Network. As always, God bless America and be good to one another.
This is CRN, the Community Radio Network, the voice of the community, the voice of anything sports, and proud to be the voice of the Comets. Follow us at crnsports.org. Now let's get back to the broadcast coverage on CRN.